We have now latest visuals coming in of Prime Minister Modi reaching the Kazan Expo Center. Well, he is in Russia for the BRICS summit, and all eyes will be, of course, on the bilateral meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping that is going to take place sometime in the evening today. We are learning around between 4 to 5 p.m. that important bilateral is also going to take place. But before that, you have Prime Minister Modi walking along with the officials here at the Kazan Expo Center, where this is a venue for the BRICS summit, and these are latest visuals now that are coming in at this point in time, where Prime Minister Modi can be seen walking towards the Kazan Expo Center. All right, a lot of meetings have been taking place, bilaterals have been taking place. Prime Minister Modi had also met Russian President Vladimir Putin, Iranian President also yesterday for the bilateral talks. And remember, Prime Minister Modi also in a statement yesterday had thanked Putin for his strong friendship, saying that the cooperation between the two nations has only been growing, and the evolution of BRICS is also something that's very important to be noted. But he said that India also feels that the conflict in Ukraine should be ended peacefully. Well, Prime Minister Modi making that important statement there. And today also he is going to be meeting another important leader, well, Chinese President Xi Jinping, in that bilateral that's expected to happen, take place around 4 to 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. That is what we are learning. My colleague Kadambini also joins us on the broadcast. She is in Kazan at the moment, getting us all the ground updates from there. Well, Kadambini, take us through the details. What is lined up before this important bilateral, of course, that's going to take place between Prime Minister Modi and Xi Jinping? We have latest visuals coming in of Prime Minister Modi now. All right, we'll be getting more on that. Kadambini will be with us in just a bit. Meanwhile, that's the latest coming in. Well, at the moment, Prime Minister Modi seen in these visuals coming in live from Kazan in Russia, where he is for the important BRICS summit at the moment. Well, remember, big developments have taken place in the last few days. In regard to our relationship with China also, well, the government had announced that India and China reached an agreement to resume patrolling at the remaining friction points along the LAC also. And after that, we see, both India and China have confirmed that there is going to be this all-important bilateral between the two nations. Prime Minister Modi and Xi Jinping would be meeting in the evening today. Well, Prime Minister Modi has been meeting leaders including Vladimir Putin, Iranian President also yesterday for the bilateral talks. These talks have been taking place on the sidelines of the BRICS summit. This is the 16th summit of the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa grouping that has, of course, been extended now. It is being hosted by Russia, and of course, at the same time being seen as an attempt by non-Western powers to project their clout amid the conflict in Ukraine. All right, my colleague Kadambini joining us on the broadcast here from Kazan in Russia. Kadambini, the all-important India-China bilateral, of course, is lined up for the evening today. But before that, a lot of developments taking place. We have latest visuals of Prime Minister Modi coming in. What is happening there?
Well, yes, we have the visuals of Prime Minister Modi coming into the BRICS venue. You can see PM has arrived just a few minutes back, and just after PM Modi arrived at the venue, within few moments, President of China also did arrive at the venue. So what we are looking at here is the beginning of the BRICS summit, for which leaders have been arriving since morning. We are expecting a family photo very soon when all the leaders have arrived, and of course the bilateral about which you have talked, that too is supposed to take place. We are expecting it to happen in late afternoon once the plenaries of the BRICS summit is over. But what we are seeing right now is the arrival visuals of Prime Minister Modi, as well as President Xi Jinping. Both are here at the BRICS venue now, and the plenaries would soon be starting. Now, the bilaterals about which you have talked, the bilateral, especially the bilateral between India and China, is very important. All eyes are on this bilateral, specifically this bilateral, given the fact that for the last 4 to 5 years, the relationship has been on a back burner, and after the petroleum agreement which was announced a day before, now this is the first formal sit-down bilateral which would happen between PM Modi and President Xi Jinping very soon here on the sidelines of BRICS.
Kadamini, if you could also take us through the main issues that are going to be on the agenda. We do understand one of the important talking points, of course, is going to be the BRICS-led payment system, which is being seen as, as a rival to the SWIFT system, of course. Now, and the escalating situation in West Asia as well. Take us through the details here. What all is lined up?
Well, the modalities of the system, the BRICS currencies, actually in terms of payment of local currencies, would be discussed in this BRICS meeting. But what is most important here is that this is the first BRICS where the expanded BRICS is taking place. Now, the new countries who have joined here, they are here. They will be formally welcomed here because they have joined this year. Apart from that, the BRICS summit would also be talking about the multilateral platforms which this summit offers, and the bloc is becoming stronger because of the joining of the new members. We have to remember this now, that this is a huge this representation of the leaders here is actually a representation of a huge block of population as well as GDP of the world. So this is something which is very important. The leaders here are going to talk about their contribution to BRICS, where they would want BRICS to go, the currency factor which has been going on for some time, also about how this platform can give a stronger voice to the global south, because we have seen that global south, India has been taking a leadership in global south and has been very strong about it. We have seen the global south summits which have taken place. So this is something very important which will lend more heft to the global south's voice. There are countries from Asia, Middle East. There are countries from Central Asia. So this is something Middle East. So this is something which is making the BRICS stronger as opposed to how it was earlier when some countries were writing it off.
Absolutely, Kadambini. Well, that's the latest now coming in at this point in time. Well, we have latest visuals coming in from Kazan in Russia, where which is the BRICS venue, where this photo of course, of the BRICS family leaders is going to take place. And after that, the summit would start. Well, in the evening, of course, an important bilateral lined up with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Thank you so much, Kadambini, for getting us all those details.